Good morning, students. I welcome you all for this English session. Hope you are all doing fine. Now you are all very busy with your studies. The teachers are completing the portions very quickly, so you have to prepare your lessons. See, there is a saying, you can take the cattle to the water, but you cannot make it drink. You can take the water to the cattle. The teachers or the parents can give you some ideas, advices all, but they cannot drink it by themselves. You have to drink it. So prepare your lessons then and there, and don't waste the time during this lockdown time period. Students, about English, that prose and poem is completed, first unit. I hope you have understood it well, and for further details for your studies and question answers, paragraphs, all these things, I just recommend that Sura guide. Get it from the market and prepare your lessons, and if you have any doubts regarding this, please just contact me and get it rectified. Now let us move on to today's class. Before that, I wanted to tell you a small incident. A poor boy was selling goods from door to door to earn money for his school purpose, education purpose, maybe to pay fees for his education. And he has only a little amount, maybe 50 rupees or 100 rupees in his hands. And he is very hungry, very tired. He was working for a long time. And he thought of asking food to some people. But he felt a little reluctant and nervous. He felt shy. And as he was moving like this, in one place, one lady, a gentle lady, came and opened the door. This poor boy asked the lady to give some water to him. Give me some water to drink. The lady understood by seeing the appearance of the boy that he is very tired and he is very hungry. So what she did is she went inside the kitchen and took a very big cup of milk and gave it to the boy. The boy drank the milk. Very happy he is, well satisfied. His body and spirit got energized. And he asked the lady, how much I owe you? The lady said, I don't want anything, because my mother has asked me not to accept payment for kindness. Not to accept payment for kindness. So I don't want any money or anything. The boy said thanks from the bottom of his heart and went on with his own business. He is fully energized mentally, spiritually and physically. He is well now, and he went on with his work. And days passed by. And after a long period of time, one day, this particular lady was admitted in the hospital for her sickness. The doctors of that hospital tried their level best, but it is a critical disease maybe, and she was there in the bed. The well-versed doctors, that is renowned doctors from other countries, were invited to treat this particular lady. And the doctors came and they treated her well, and the lady got cured. And while giving treatment, one doctor came there and he asked about the whereabouts of this lady. The lady said, I belong to this place and all that particulars of her. And the doctor did not say anything, but he understood that this is the lady who has given a cup of milk to him when he was asking for some help. When he was moving from home to home, selling goods. And this doctor did not reveal the secret that this is the boy, I am the boy who got the milk from you, but he just left. And the day of her discharge from the hospital came, and she has to settle the bill. The bill amount was $48,350. $48,350. And it was just taken to that particular doctor for consentment, for his approval. And the doctor just wrote a sentence below and sent that through the servant. That is, paid in full for a cup of milk, for 1 cup of milk. Paid in full with 1 glass of milk. Now, the lady might have understood that maybe that is the doctor who has helped. So what is the moral of this small incident? That is, never stop doing good to others. Wherever you are, whatever may be the circumstances in which you are put, never stop doing good to others. Even after a long period of time, the small boy understood the feeling that the glass of milk has given to him when it is needed the most. So, your kindness will multiply and return to you maybe today or tomorrow or after 10 years. A good deed will circulate before it returns to your lap. There is a saying in the Bible also, just throw the food in water, you will just reap the consequence of it after a long period of time. So never stop doing good to others. Now students, let us come back to our class. I have given you 1 or 2 homework in that poem part. Hope it is very easy and you might have completed it. Right. Now the story is in the middle, that is, God sees the truth but waits. Here now XII is charged for murdering the merchant and robbing him of 20,000 rubles. Right? Now you can just imagine the mental condition, physical condition of XII. He was in despair, thinking of all the things that has happened, and that too, he was in jail for no crime of himself. So he has been thinking about it. He has been thinking about it. On the other side, his wife came to know about it. His wife came to know about it, and she thought, I must go and see my husband. She, along with the 2 children, just went towards that place where XII is being imprisoned. She went there with a small baby in her hand and the other one in her. The other hand, she just moved towards the place where XII is. When she went there, at first the soldiers, the people who are there, the guards, they refused to send her in. But pleading for a long time, after a long time, they just gave her their willingness to meet that XII. She went there in and found out her husband in chains and in the prison dress attire. When she saw her husband in this dress and her chain in her hand, she fell unconscious, and she fell down unconscious. After a long time, she got up and went near Akshino with her children, and they were talking. Akshino was narrating all the things that has happened for him. And now after hearing his innocent story, he is not a culprit at all. He is not a criminal at all. After hearing that, the wife was just sitting there without knowing what to do. Now, Akshino said, see, this is the thing that has happened. So let us go, you please go and petition to Tsar. The pronunciation of it is Tsar, C is silent. So just petition to Tsar, because an innocent person must never get punished. Because an innocent person should never get punishment. So, but wife said, I have already made a petition to Tsar and it is being neglected. So he doesn't know what to do. He sat there downcast with a heavy heart. He started sobbing, crying and weeping. He got depressed. And his wife too started to cry. At that time, some that people came, that soldiers came, that gods came and told her that it is time for her to leave the prison. So with a very heavy heart, the wife and children said the last bye to Akshino and they left him. Akshino was depressed. He said goodbye to his wife and children, and he understood that I must get mercy only from God, not from people, human being. So he prayed to God every day. He was beaten, punished severely, and finally he was sent to Siberia prison. For 26 long years, he lived as a convict in the prison. Just imagine the position of Akshino. He became old, his hair has become white, long beard, he stooped a little, his laughter, his jokes, everything has gone. So he has no other go. He started learning to make boots. And he earned a little, and with that money, he just bought some books of saints, and during free time, he used to read the books. And every Sunday, he used to go to the church and he reads the Bible there, and also he was a member of that church choir. He has a very good voice to sing. So as days go by, the prison authorities like him very much. They used to call him lovingly as grandfather and saint. He was the representative of every prisoners. And when quarrel arises among them, he is the one who settled the matter. He gave judgments to them. So, like this, he just spent his time in the prison. He doesn't know anything about his wife or children, whether they are alive or dead. One day, a fresh gang of convicts came to this prison. And each one, they might have done some crimes, and they were brought to this prison. Evening, they all gathered in one place and they were talking about their fate, their stories, why they have come here, whether they are really culprits, all these things. And the whereabouts of each and every one they were been narrating. Akshino did not participate in the conversation, but he was just sitting there and listening to their stories. One of the convicts, one among them, was a tall, strong man of 60 years old. He narrates why he has come here. He said that he has stolen the horse of a person, and for that he was punished. And that cart belongs to one of his friends, and since there is somebody who is known to him, he just escape from there. And now, after that, the higher authorities has punished him and he is put to jail. And after hearing the cooked up story of that gentleman of 60, Akshino just asked him which is his native place, where is he coming from. And that man said that he is from Vladimir. You remember that native place of Akshino is also Vladimir. And he just looked up and asked that man, that convict, his name. In the later story, he came to know as Mark Simeonich. So he asked him, do you know anything about a family, Akshino's family, who lives in Vladimir? And Simeonich said, yes, I know them. They were rich. He was a merchant. They are from well-to-do family. But the father of the family is now in Siberia jail, a sinner. And he asked whether that wife, children, Akshino are alive. But this man, Magar, said, I do not know, but they are from very good position. They are from a very good family. And he is, unfortunately or fortunately, he has become a sinner. Akshino did not want to reveal the fate of him to the new convicts. So he asked him, why do you come here? Why you have been here in this prison? Akshino said, for my sins I have been here. He doesn't want to say that because he is in a depressed mood. He said, for my sins I have been here for 26 long years. Maybe just imagine how he must have said these words. I have been here in this prison for 26 long years for no crime of mine. Again they asked, what sin you have committed? But Akshino did not say the word, but his friend narrated the story. That is, somebody has misplaced a blood-stained knife in his bag while he was taking rest. And this man all on a sudden got alert and he said, how old you have become? From his conversation with that man, Akshino, Marker understood that this is the person who has killed the merchant. He is the person, he is the one who has killed the merchant. See, he asked, why do you come here? I deserve it, he said. I deserve the punishment for my own sin. And when that Marker came to know that he has been put in jail for a mistake which he himself has committed, he just slapped his knees in excitement and said, oh, wonderful, you have grown old now. And good luck that we have met each other. From all these things, Akshino could understand that this is the person who has killed that merchant. So, then Akshino asked him, why do you come here? He said, I told you already that I have stolen a horse. And Again, Magar asked him, "You have come, how does that knife come to your place?" He said, "I don't know. I don't know." Then Magar said, "If the knife is in your bag, then surely you will be the culprit. How could a person keep a knife, blood-stained knife, in your bag while you are there, in your presence? So you must have waken up at that time." And when Akshino heard these words, again he was very sure that this is the Magar is the one who has killed the merchant. He could not sleep at night. He lay awake all the time. He was very unhappy, and all the ideas, things, images one by one came to his mind. He thought of his wife, his children, his native place, the days he spent singing songs there, the days when he played guitar, all these things came to his mind one by one. How he was a merry man in the streets of Vladimir. And he thinks all this happens because of this villain. I must take vengeance on him, he thought. All the day, at night, he repeated prayers one after the other, and he spent the days. He never goes near Magar after that, Magar Simonich after that, because he understood very well that he is the one who killed that merchant. 2 weeks passed away, and Akshino could not sleep during night. He felt miserable. One day, since he couldn't sleep, he was walking through the prison corridor. At that time, he saw some wood, some mud falling from somewhere through the windows. He got frightened. He just looked there, stood there and watched very keenly, and he understood that it is the work done by Magar. He came there and said that, "I have been here for some days and I want to escape from this prison. You don't reveal the secret that I have been digging a tunnel here. If you reveal it, I will kill you too. So you keep quiet, and if you keep quiet, if you don't reveal that secret to the prison authorities, you will also get an escape. If you blab for something, if you blab something, you will be killed." Akshino, in one side he was very angry, the other side he is trembling in fear. He said, "I don't want to escape. Even if you kill me, there is no problem for me, because I have been here in this prison for 26 long years. So I don't want to escape. And you need not kill me again. Already you have killed me. 26 long years I have been dying inch by inch because of the action done by you." But he did not say it openly, but he said, "You need not kill me again, because you have been killing me for a long time." So, but as far as I am concerned, I am not going to do anything. I will just do what God has directed me to do. The next day, when the soldiers were led to do their daily work, and this Simonich was emptying the mud from that place that he has dug and kept there in his boots, and just he was throwing it in the roadside. And as soon as he saw the other people, he just hid himself so that they should not know that he is doing some crime there. He is digging the tunnel there. At last, the governor of that country came to know about it, and he came for inquiry. And he asked everyone. Finally, he came to Akshino and told, you are a very truthful man, very good man, very old man with a lot of experience, and you are a God-fearing man. You tell me who has done this crime. Who is the culprit of it? Marker Simonich stood by his side. Akshino looked at him, and his lips were trembling and his hands were shaking, and he said, I do not know. And one time he thinks that it is good that I have to reveal the secret to the governor. But in the very next moment, he thought that I should not do it. I should not do it. And he was keeping quiet. The governor tried his level best to get the secret from him, but Akshino said that whatever you wish to do on me, do it, but I will not reveal the secret. It is not God's will that I must tell you the truth. So the governor understood that this man, Akshino, is not going to reveal the secret, so he let it as it is. The next day, at night, while they were sleeping, Akshino was in his bed and he could hear some footsteps approaching him. And he was just looking back to see who is that in that darkness. He identified that it is nobody else except this Marker Simonich. He asked him, what do you want of me? You have been killing me for that last 26 years. Why have you come here again? Again you want to kill me? Simonich was silent at the initial stage. When Akshino got up and sat in his bed, he said, you get away from here. Get out from this place. What do you want of me? Simonich again came closer to him and he said, in a low voice, he whispered, Akshino, please forgive me. Ivan Dimitrich Akshino, please forgive me. What for? Asked Akshino. Why do you want to get forgiveness from me? And he said the truth. I am the one who killed that merchant and put the knife in your bag. That blood-stained knife was put in your bag by me. I thought of killing you on that day, but before that I could hear a sound from outside. So I just put the knife in your bag and escaped through the windows. I jumped over the windows and escaped from there. So I am the person who made you to stay in this prison for this 26 long years. Akshino was very silent. He did not know to say a word to that Marker. And Marker just knelt before Akshino and asked for forgiveness. Forgive me. For the love of God, please forgive me. And I killed a merchant and I will go and admit this to the authorities and you will be released. You will be released. But Akshino said that I don't want to go home. You will be released, he said. I will recommend the people to release you, to send you to your home. You can go back to your place and you be happy with your wife and children. Now, what will be the answer given by that Akshino? You can just imagine, and we will continue that story in the next class. Till then, bye children.